The Dell Latitude 7350 Detachable was officially announced in February 2024 as part of the refresh of the Dell Latitude 7000 series business lineup. Unlike the convertible version of the 7350 that we reviewed earlier on this channel, the detachable model is designed to bridge the gap between a traditional clamshell laptop and a pure tablet. It allows users to switch seamlessly between laptop-style productivity, tablet note-taking, and presentation use without needing to carry two separate devices. Our review unit is configured with a 13-inch 2880 by 1920 IPS touch display, an Intel Core Ultra 7 164U processor, a 32GB of LPDDR5X memory, a 256GB of PCIe Gen 4 SSD, and an integrated Intel Arc graphics. In this review, we'll examine the build quality, display, performance, graphics capability, upgradability, battery life, and more to determine whether this device still makes sense in 2026. In terms of design, the chassis combines a body made from roughly 90% recycled magnesium alloy with an aluminum kickstand that itself uses about 75% recycled material. The result is a rigid and lightweight structure that feels consistent with other Latitude business devices. The tablet portion is about 0.35 inches thick and weighs roughly 1.9 pounds, or around 0.86 kilograms. With the detachable keyboard attached, the total weight rises to approximately 2.68 pounds, or about 1.21 kilograms. That makes it very light compared with most ultralight laptops, even if it doesn't quite reach the sub-1 kilogram mark that its convertible cousin managed to do. In daily use, it slips easily into a bag or briefcase without adding noticeable bulk. The aluminum kickstand is particularly well executed. It offers a wide range of angle adjustments with hinges that feel tight and precise and enough stability to prevent tipping during typing or light tapping on the screen. It stays planted on a desk surface, although the smooth finish can allow a bit of sliding on very slick tables. The front surface is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which resists scratches better than standard glass, and the overall chassis shows no creaks or flex under moderate twisting. The detachable keyboard connects magnetically with a solid snap that holds the device stable on a desk. For business users moving between flights, meeting rooms, and shared desks, this combination of durability and low weight translates into less fatigue and fewer worries about accidental damage. The display is a 13-inch 2880 by 1920 IPS panel running at 60 Hz with a 3:2 aspect ratio. That taller aspect ratio provides noticeably more vertical space for documents, spreadsheets, and web pages compared with a typical 16:9 screen. Brightness averages around 500 nits, which is comfortably above the roughly 400 nit level generally considered suitable for outdoor or very bright environments. This is a major step up compared with many earlier Latitude displays, notorious for offering a sub-300 nits display. Color coverage sits around 96% of the sRGB color space and roughly 75% of DCI-P3 after calibration. For normal productivity work and occasional creative tasks, this is more than adequate. However, anything that demands strict color-critical work will require you to have a DCI-P3 color score of at least 95%, or an external calibrated monitor. The touchscreen itself is highly responsive, with low input latency and excellent palm rejection. It fully supports an active stylus with pressure sensitivity, making handwritten notes, document annotations, or quick diagrams feel natural and precise. Connectivity is intentionally minimal. The device includes two Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, one on each side, both supporting power delivery, DisplayPort output, and data speeds up to 40 gigabits per second. There's also a 3.5mm audio jack. That is the full port selection, meaning there is no USB-A, no HDMI, no Ethernet, or built-in card reader. Compared with other models in the Latitude family, particularly the 5000 series, this is a much more minimalist approach. Users who rely on USB-A drives, wired Ethernet in conference rooms, or frequent SD card transfers will likely need to carry a dongle or docking station, which add more weight to your bulk. On the wireless side, however, the system supports modern connectivity, including Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.4, which helps ensure fast wireless transfers and stable connections with newer accessories. The detachable keyboard connects magnetically and feels surprisingly close to a traditional Latitude laptop keyboard. Key travel is decent for a detachable design, the typing surface feels stable on a desk, and the backlighting remains clearly visible in darker environments. The collaboration trackpad is somewhat smaller than those on typical laptops, but it tracks accurately and supports Windows gesture controls without issue. It also integrates illuminated shortcut buttons for meetings in applications such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom, allowing quick access to mute, camera, and screen sharing controls. An optional active pen stores and charges magnetically inside the keyboard's dedicated slot, and quick 30-second charging bursts help keep it ready for note-taking without additional cables. The front camera is an 8-megapixel sensor, which is a noticeable upgrade over the traditional 720 or 1080p webcams often found in other Latitude models. It supports HDR video and benefits from the processor's AI features for auto-framing and eye contact correction during calls. There's also an 8-megapixel rear camera for occasional document scanning or photo capture. While not necessarily superior to every consumer tablet camera, it is among the better implementations in the business detachable category.
Performance is driven by the Intel Core Ultra 7 164U processor, part of Intel's Intel Meteor Lake generation. This chip uses a hybrid architecture with 2 performance cores, 8 efficiency cores, and 2 low-power efficiency cores for a total of 12 cores and 14 threads. Our configuration pairs the processor with 32 GB of soldered LPDDR5X memory. Available options start with the lower-tier Ultra 5 processor and 16 GB of RAM, scaling up to Ultra 7 models with 32 GB and storage capacities reaching 2 TB. Moving to the Ultra 7 with 32 GB of memory is the configuration most suitable for users who expect to run multiple demanding applications, virtual machines, or development tools. In real-world usage, our 32 GB unit handles Office suites, dozens of browser tabs, Python development environments, and light Photoshop work without hesitation. Compared with the previous generation Intel Core i7-1355U, you gain slightly better multi-core efficiency, improved integrated graphics, and the addition of a neural processing unit for emerging AI-accelerated tasks. Applications launch quickly, background syncing remains smooth, and multitasking stays responsive even with many programs open at once. Like many systems in the Latitude lineup, the Detachable 7350 also supports Intel vPro Enterprise features. This allows IT departments to remotely manage and maintain large fleets of devices, making it attractive for corporate deployments. Graphics performance comes from the integrated Intel Arc graphics with 4 Xe cores. Compared with the older Iris Xe solutions, this generation offers improved efficiency and better driver maturity. Casual esports titles such as Counter-Strike 2 can run around or above 80 frames per second at 1080p using low to medium settings, and lighter games remain playable. For productivity and creative workloads, the GPU accelerates Photoshop filters, light video encoding, and smooth 4K timeline scrubbing thanks to Intel's dedicated media engine, which started to be incorporated on the newer Intel processors with performance exceeding older dedicated GPUs. It is not intended for high-end gaming or complex video editing, but for everyday productivity tasks, the graphics performance is more than sufficient. Upgradability is limited, but still better than some competing detachable tablets. The 32 GB of LPDDR5X memory are soldered to the motherboard and cannot be upgraded, meaning you must choose the right configuration at the time of purchase. The M.2 PCIe Gen 4 SSD, however, is user replaceable if you're comfortable opening the device. Dell's design also allows the battery to be serviced, which is increasingly rare in thin tablets where many components are permanently glued in place. The 46.65 watt-hour battery delivers strong endurance for a device of this size. During real-world office productivity with the screen at around 50% brightness, the system typically lasts between 9 and 10 hours. Continuous video playback can stretch closer to 10.5 hours, and under very light usage with lower brightness levels, the runtime can approach 15 hours. While some newer ARM-based laptops are beginning to exceed 20 hours of battery life, these results remain impressive for an x86 detachable. The included 65-watt USB-C charger replenishes the battery quickly, and either Thunderbolt port can be used for charging. Cooling is handled by a dual-fan system that incorporates vapor chamber elements. Even under sustained workloads, the fans remain relatively quiet, becoming noticeable only in very quiet environments. Surface temperatures become warm but never uncomfortable during extended use on a desk or lab. The processor maintains stable clock speeds without the severe throttling sometimes seen in fanless tablet designs. Overall, the Dell Latitude 7350 Detachable offers several strong advantages: solid battery life for a detachable design, a premium yet lightweight magnesium chassis with a stable kickstand, a sharp and bright 3:2 display with responsive pen input, strong productivity performance in the 32 GB configuration, future-ready wireless connectivity, and thoughtful serviceability features. The drawbacks include a high price once the keyboard and stylus are included, a minimal port selection that may require adapters, and soldered memory that locks you into the configuration you purchase. For business professionals, hybrid workers, executives, and small business owners who want a single device capable of serving as both a laptop and a tablet, this system makes a lot of sense. IT departments also benefit from the manageability features and enterprise-grade support. However, users who need powerful graphics for gaming or heavy video editing, those working on a tight budget, or anyone who relies heavily on legacy ports may find better value in a traditional laptop with more built-in connectivity. Thanks for watching. If you found the analysis helpful, drop a like, subscribe to Beyond Budget for more clear, no-hype tech breakdowns focused on real value, and let me know in the comments what laptop you'd like reviewed next. I'll see you in the next one.